When you travel the world for a year, you see and experience so much, and we want to share our daily travels with you. Unfortunately, a hard drive failure means we have to tell the middle a little bit differently. So, welcome to Storytime with the Happy Hoppies in this edition of The Lost Episodes. Welcome back to Athens! So, we then took a flight from Santorini. Which, if you missed that episode, make sure to go and check that out. And then we flew back to Athens. Now, the only reason that we came back to Athens was because from Santorini to get to another city was just a lot more expensive. And because we had already explored the major part of Athens, it didn't make sense to go 45 minutes back into the heart of Athens. So we just stay on the outskirts.
So we found this cool little house actually that was for rent on Expedia. So it was kind of more like an Airbnb because we were getting the whole house, but it was booked through Expedia. It was about 40 bucks a night. So we took an Uber from the airport all the way out to this little house and met the dude. He came and showed us around, showed us through the house. And they had this clothesline. So eventually I asked him if he had any clothespins.
After he left.
After he had left. So I'm texting. And and he was like, no, but I'll get some. And then he went and got a whole pack of brand new clothesline clips for us to be able to use. So it was awesome. It was just really chill.
It was nice to get caught up on some much needed laundry. They didn't have a washer. We just did our clothes in the sink like we did with all of our clothes that we had with us because we had things that were quick drying. And so we did them in the sink and then we hung them outside. And then we also were so excited to be back in the kitchen and be able to cook. And so on the Uber ride in from the airport, we did notice that there was a Lidl, or maybe it was an Aldi, across the street. Kind of across the street. So we were kind of back in the neighborhood. So it was a little bit of a walk to get there, maybe like a 20-25 minute walk. And so we walked to the grocery store and got our groceries and walked back. It was so cool, all the different winding streets. And we were really just like in amongst the local people for those 2 days. It was nice to kind of just be in a neighborhood and kind of be more a part of the culture. And one of the things we did buy from the grocery store was tzatziki. Now, a couple of videos ago in our Athens video, Peter talked about just how much he loved the Greek yogurt. Now, tzatziki is just that amazing Greek yogurt with finely shredded cucumbers. And it's so good in dips, like, oh my goodness, it's just so delicious. And they have probably some dill in there, some garlic. It's so good.
But the yogurt and honey is still better, in my opinion.
Yes.
We have different flavors.
No, I mean like for
Different
breakfast,
flavors,
yes.
preference.
But tzatziki, I mean, it's just such a good lunch because like, then we just got pita bread, I think, and we just dipped the pita bread in that and it was like, boom, lunch. It was just so good. Like,
using that kitchen, man.
Yeah. Hey, I did get some things. I remember we got I think like some kind of lasagna to bake in there and then
Which you could do in a microwave too.
You know what? Okay, but no, I made eggs and I made we put spinach with the eggs. I don't remember what else we ate. Anyways, we ate good those 2 days because yeah, we just kind of went a little overboard, but we did have to carry all those groceries back, so that was fun. After
Grabbing some groceries from the grocery store, dropping those off the house, it was a Sunday afternoon, right? Mm-hmm. So we decided to take a nice leisurely stroll down to the waterfront. I didn't check the map to see if that was the sea or not. Did you?
I didn't check, but I'm guessing it would be the Mediterranean Sea.
Give me a sec.
I don't know, but it was kind of like a bay, so it wasn't like quite the.
I don't know, but hey.
Some water. I will check.
Whatever that is.
Oh goodness, how do you say that? Hoplas Parthenon. Basically, it feeds into the Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah. Anyway, so we went down there. It was a nice little walk through the neighborhood, down the hill, down to the water. They had all these cool little shops and restaurants along the waterfront. And it was just a nice, relaxing walk along the water there, just looking at all the little boats out in the water floating. a lot of fun. Just a nice chill day walking through the neighborhood and down to the water.
Right, and because like that's not really a touristy destination, we really just were amongst mostly Greeks, and it was just really fun just to people watch and just kind of like enjoy the culture a little bit better, just more like what everyday life is like. One thing I did notice, and this is one thing that we've noticed in many different places around the world. I mean, Athens is still a big city, right? But people, just a slower pace of life, and it's just like so amazing. And we definitely do miss that from traveling. You know, even though we were always go, 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 and having the American mindset with travel, and always going to a new place, you still just like, you're affected by the people that you're around.
And coming up, when we get to Asia, we do start slowing down, and then you'll see we really started picking up and learning. And some of us still kind of are pretty chill over here. Now we're back in the States, but some people swinging back into old habits.
It's really difficult because in America, it's a go-go culture like all the time. And so, yes, I am really very, very thankful for the experiences that we had, and being in different cultures and being in different countries and experiencing that. And yes, I need to apply it more in my life. And so the next day that we had there at the house, we just used as a much needed work day. We did eventually take a stroll in the afternoon, and we saw some people gardening.
Right, yeah, because that day we were gonna try to see if we could walk up the hill behind us to see how far out we could see, and it ended up being a lot further to go up to the top. So we went up partway, turned around, took a picture, called it good, and came back down. And the next day we head off to another island. Stay tuned for the next video to see where that is.